The holographic chamber of the Galactic Council hummed with a faint resonance, its walls shimmering like liquid starlight. Representatives from hundreds of species sat in a semicircle, their diverse forms shimmering under the chamber's glow, gaseous beings swirling within containment fields and towering insectoids whose iridescent carapaces refracted the light like shattered rainbows. At the center of this grand assembly floated the Sentinel, a sentient AI encased in a glowing orb, serving as the keeper of interstellar peace. Counselors, the Sentinel's voice resonated, carrying a weight of authority that transcended language, translated instantly into each species' native tongue. We convene today to address an escalating concern regarding a primitive yet highly volatile species, humans from the third planet of Sol. Gasps, clicks, and growls rippled through the chamber. Humans, though a recent discovery, had already garnered a reputation. Their bold Voyager spacecraft carried a golden record, a celestial message in a bottle, into deep space, an audacious move that hinted at their relentless drive to connect with the unknown, even amidst their technological infancy. Their rapid technological advancements, propensity for conflict, and unrelenting curiosity made them unpredictable. The representative of the Zephyrites, a species resembling translucent jellyfish, pulsed with agitation. Why waste time on these terrestrials? They're confined to their planet, bound by their own limitations. Confined? Interjected General Tharek of the Kraxan Dominion, his voice a guttural growl. The Kraxans, a warlike species of reptilian bipeds, were infamous for their strategic brilliance. They've already launched crewed vessels beyond their world. Their ambition is boundless, their resourcefulness, unnerving. A hologram materialized above the chamber, showcasing humans in their many facets, from acts of remarkable compassion to devastating wars. Observe their duality, the Sentinel urged. They wield innovation and destruction with equal fervor, capable of building bridges to the stars while teetering on the brink of annihilation within their own world. Despite lacking telepathy or advanced psionics, they've unlocked the secrets of the cosmos with sheer determination and intellect, a feat unmatched among species at their developmental stage. This raises a critical question. Do we guide their potential or guard against their unpredictability? Engage, hissed Lictus of the Soren Collective, her avian features sharp and angular. To meddle with humans is to invite chaos. Their history is marred by self-inflicted catastrophes, a testament to their recklessness and resilience in equal measure. Precisely why we must intervene, countered Dr. Arwell, a luminous being whose body radiated calm. Humanity's flaws are evident, but so too are their virtues. They seek understanding, often stumbling but always striving. The debate raged, the Council's voices intertwining in a symphony of concerns and counterpoints. Finally, the Sentinel's light dimmed abruptly, casting elongated shadows across the chamber as the ambient hum dropped to an ominous silence, demanding the Council's full attention. Counselors, the question of humanity's potential is not theoretical. We intercepted transmissions from a faction of our own, rogue explorers who ignored our directives and initiated contact with Earth. The consequences of their actions are unfolding. The chamber fell silent. All eyes turned to the hologram, which shifted to display a fleet of alien ships entering Earth's orbit. The warnings were ignored, the Sentinel continued. These emissaries sought to exploit humanity, viewing them as naive and unprepared. Instead, they underestimated the very traits we feared. As the projection played out, showing humans reacting to the alien presence with a mix of awe, suspicion, and defiance, the Council saw the unfolding of an unforeseen dynamic. The humans had adapted with startling efficiency, dismantling alien drones to decode their secrets and transforming salvaged components into tools and weapons that rivaled their aggressors, all while improvising strategies that defied conventional logic. With an unyielding resolve, they turned their ingenuity into weapons and strategies that stymied the invaders, proving their resilience was more than mere bravado. General Tharek's scales glistened with approval. Fascinating. They turned curiosity into strategy. Perhaps we should enlist them as allies. Allies? Snapped Lictus, feathers ruffling in alarm. They're volatile. If their aggression spreads beyond their world, we may all face extinction. The Sentinel's orb brightened. Thus we must decide, will we guide them or will we prepare for the inevitable conflict? The choice rests with this Council. The debate resumed, but one truth hung heavily in the air. The humans had already made their presence known, and the galaxy could no longer ignore them. As the hologram transitioned to scenes of Earth, the Council watched in silence. The images displayed humanity's chaotic response to the alien presence. Riots erupted in crowded cities, factions split over whether to welcome or resist the visitors. Meanwhile, scientists, undeterred by the chaos, frantically analyzed alien artifacts left behind. Despite the turmoil, a thread of unity emerged. Scientists and engineers collaborated across borders, pooling their expertise to decode alien technology, while civilians formed grassroots networks to provide aid and organize defense efforts. Humanity's resilience transcended speculation, becoming a testament to their ingenuity as they forged order from chaos, uniting disparate efforts into a cohesive strategy for survival. One particularly striking segment focused on a human woman, a scientist named Dr. Elena Vega. Born in a region ravaged by the initial alien incursion, Vega had witnessed the devastation firsthand. Her personal losses fueled her determination. She stood amidst the remnants of a downed alien probe, her hands covered in soot and her expression one of unyielding focus. With limited resources and working in a makeshift lab, Vega's team managed to reverse-engineer fragments of the probe's propulsion system within days. Their findings led to the creation of crude yet functional energy shields, a breakthrough that safeguarded their research outposts and inspired humanity's defensive efforts. "Impressive," murmured Dr. Arwelke, his luminous form flickering in acknowledgement. "Their ability to innovate under pressure surpasses expectations." General Tharek let out a low growl of agreement. In the face of adversity, they display an uncanny ability to adapt and overcome, a hallmark of species with a drive far beyond their years. The question is, can they be trusted with such adaptability? Trust. Lichthis snapped, her sharp beak clicking in disdain. They dismantled technology they barely comprehend and turned it into weapons. That is not trustworthiness, it is recklessness. The hologram shifted to a montage of coordinated human efforts. International summits convened to share knowledge about the alien visitors, engineers collaborating across borders to enhance defenses, and grassroots movements rising to support communities displaced by the sudden extraterrestrial threat. For every image of conflict, there was one of cooperation, painting a picture of a species capable of remarkable contradictions. "This is their nature," the Sentinel said. "A species of contrasts, capable of conflict yet driven by collaboration, their destruction often paving the way for new creation. To dismiss them as reckless would be to overlook the very traits that make them formidable." A new scene appeared, showing a daring counterstrike by Earth's forces. Using salvaged alien components, a small fleet of human spacecraft had launched into orbit to engage the intruders. Though rudimentary compared to the alien vessels, these ships operated with surprising precision. Human pilots exploited their understanding of terrestrial physics and guerrilla tactics to outmaneuver the technologically superior enemy. The camera lingered on one ship, piloted by a young man named Kiran Matsuo, a former test pilot turned hero. Known for his sharp instincts and daring maneuvers, Matsuo had volunteered for this high-risk mission, aware it could be his last. His face partially visible through the cockpit window, he executed a breathtaking maneuver that sent his craft spiraling through an alien blockade. Against all odds, he delivered a payload that disabled a mothership's propulsion system, forcing the alien fleet into a temporary retreat. Matsuo's bravery turned him into a symbol of humanity's unyielding spirit and resourcefulness. The council chamber erupted into a cacophony of reactions. Some representatives praised the humans' ingenuity, while others decried their audacity. General Tharek's eyes gleamed. "If nothing else, they've proven they are not to be underestimated." Lichthis ruffled her feathers, her tone sharp. "And what happens when they turn their ingenuity against us? They are a species that fights not just to survive, but to dominate. Or to protect," countered Dr. Arwelke. "Their actions suggest a species driven by a profound sense of purpose. They fight not for mere conquest, but to safeguard their people, preserve their home and carve a future against overwhelming odds. For instance, when their fleets launched a daring counterstrike, even their rudimentary ships showcased humanity's unwavering resolve to protect their world and defy extinction." The Sentinel's light pulsed, drawing attention back to its central presence. "Counselors, we must not let bias cloud our judgment. Humanity's actions reflect both their potential and their peril. The rogue emissaries underestimated this balance, and we must not make the same mistake. The time has come to decide our course of action." The chamber fell silent again as the Sentinel displayed a final hologram. Earth, seen from the perspective of an alien probe. The planet's blue oceans and green continents glistened under the light of its sun, a stark reminder of its beauty and fragility. Around it, a faint shimmer of activity suggested humanity's efforts to build orbital defenses. The image lingered, leaving the council to ponder the weight of their decision. A charged stillness hung over the council chamber as the hologram of Earth dissolved into the ether, the air alive with an unspoken urgency. The representatives, momentarily captivated by the planet's fragile beauty, shifted uncomfortably in their seats. The Sentinel's orb hovered motionless, awaiting the Assembly's deliberations. Then, as if on cue, the hologram transitioned to a new projection, one that would shatter the quiet and galvanize the council. The new display revealed a distress signal from an alien fleet near the Sol system. The feed, captured by a long-range scout ship, showed damaged vessels limping away from Earth's orbit. Their once pristine hulls, previously untouchable monuments to their technological superiority, now bore scorch marks, clear evidence of human ingenuity and their ability to strike where it mattered most. The transmission was garbled but clear enough to convey a chilling message. We underestimated them. They learned too fast. We have suffered catastrophic losses. Retreating now. Requesting assistance. A collective murmur swept through the chamber. Lichthis, feathers ruffled with indignation, leapt to her feet. This is what I warned you about. They are unpredictable, volatile, and now they are victorious against a superior force. They will grow emboldened by this. Or perhaps emboldened by necessity, countered Dr. R., his radiant form pulsing with calm resolve. Faced with an existential threat, they adapted. Isn't that what we, as advanced species, strive to achieve? General Tharek rose next, his towering form casting a shadow over the council floor. They've proven capable of more than mere survival. By leveraging their fragmented yet ingenious strategies, they overwhelmed alien defenses, turning advanced technology into a weakness and forcing a retreat that exposed the value of unorthodox tactics. Such traits are invaluable in allies, and dangerous in enemies. The question remains, which will they become? The hologram shifted again, displaying Earth's orbital defenses under construction. Massive frameworks floated above the planet, housing rudimentary but effective weapon systems powered by alien-derived technology. Humans swarmed the platforms, working tirelessly despite their evident exhaustion. Beneath them, Earth's surface buzzed with coordinated activity. Scientists refining energy shields, engineers developing propulsion systems, and ordinary citizens volunteering in droves to support the effort. Counselors, the Sentinel interjected, its voice resonating with authority, observe not only their capacity to learn but their ability to mobilize. Their resolve is unmatched for a species of their age. However, their rapid progress poses risks to the galactic equilibrium. Risks? RYLAK asked, his tone challenging. Or opportunities? Imagine what we could accomplish with such a species aligned with us. Their creativity and resourcefulness, combined with our wisdom, could herald a new era of progress. And if they refuse alignment? Lichthis snapped. If they view us as oppressors or rivals? Their history is riddled with conflict. How long before their ambition turns outward? The Sentinel's light dimmed momentarily, signaling a moment of introspection. When it spoke again, its tone carried an uncharacteristic weight. We must address another critical factor. The rogue emissaries who first made contact with Earth violated Council directives. Driven by greed and the promise of easy exploitation, they attempted to subjugate humanity, demanding resources and offering false alliances. Their actions, cloaked in deception, provoked mistrust and resistance, setting the stage for humanity's rapid militarization and defiance. Their intentions were exploitative, and their actions ignited this conflict. Humanity's aggression was a response to provocation. The chamber grew quiet. The truth behind the emissaries' actions was known but rarely spoken aloud. By admitting fault, the Council acknowledged its role in humanity's rapid militarization. So what now? Tharek asked, his voice a low rumble. Do we attempt to contain them? Guide them? Or prepare for inevitable conflict? The hologram shifted once more, displaying a montage of humanity's achievements since the alien encounter. Medical breakthroughs using alien biotechnology, such as curing once-incurable diseases like genetic disorders and advanced cancers, transformed countless lives. For example, a revolutionary treatment derived from alien nanotech restored mobility to millions of paralyzed individuals, sparking hope across Earth. Simultaneously, newfound energy sources revitalized the environment, restoring devastated ecosystems. A unifying threat of annihilation also inspired unprecedented global collaborations in art, science, and culture. Humanity was not merely surviving, they were thriving. If we guide them, RYLAK said, we could help them temper their aggression and channel their potential toward constructive purposes. but abandoning them risks perpetuating the cycle of mistrust and retaliation. Lictus clicked her beak sharply. And if we guide them poorly? If they learn from us only to surpass us? They could become a greater threat than any we've faced before. The Sentinel's orb brightened, projecting a final image of Earth's night side. The planet glowed with countless lights, a testament to its resilience and determination. Around it, nascent orbital defenses shimmered like a halo of determination. Counselors, the decision before us is unprecedented. Humanity's potential is as vast as it is unpredictable, a species poised on the edge of greatness, capable of transformative progress, yet burdened by an ambition that could unravel the galaxy's fragile order if left unchecked. The choice is not merely theirs or ours. It is one that will shape the galaxy's future. The tipping point has arrived. As the Council prepared to vote, the chamber pulsed with anticipation. The fate of humanity, and perhaps the galaxy itself, hung in the balance. The chamber's lights dimmed, and a quiet descended over the Council as the vote began, the weight of the galaxy's future pressing heavily on every representative. Each representative's decision would determine not just the fate of humanity but the balance of the galaxy itself. The Sentinel's orb, glowing faintly, registered each vote with a soft chime, its light flickering as it processed the data. Dr. HFY's voice broke the silence. Counselors, before we finalize our decision, consider this. Humanity teeters on the edge of transformation. They hold the potential to become catalysts for unprecedented progress, pushing the boundaries of what the galaxy has ever achieved. Yet, their unbridled ambition could destabilize everything we have built if left unchecked. Lictus clicked her beak sharply, her feathers bristling. Guided properly? Their history is rife with conflict and expansionism, but it also reveals moments of extraordinary cooperation and ingenuity. Do you truly believe they will always prioritize conquest over coexistence? General Tharek, who had remained silent for much of the debate, stood with a measured authority. Counselors, it is precisely their adaptability that should give us pause and hope. They possess the drive to face the impossible, to overcome insurmountable odds. If we extend our hand, we may shape their trajectory. If we do not, we leave their path to chance, and chance is a dangerous gamble. The Sentinel's orb pulsed, signaling the conclusion of the vote. The Council chamber brightened slightly, and the results materialized as a glowing hologram in the center of the room. The majority decision was clear. Humanity would not be abandoned. The Council has spoken, the Sentinel announced. Its voice carried an air of finality. We will initiate a program of guided integration. This will include technological exchanges, cultural diplomacy, and a structured mentorship program to foster trust and collaboration between humanity and the Council. Humanity will be offered support and mentorship, including access to shared scientific advancements and interstellar resources, provided they adhere to strict galactic accords. Their progress will be monitored, and their actions will determine the extent of our alliance. Murmurs rippled through the chamber, but the decision stood. The hologram shifted to display Earth once more, its orbital defenses now nearly complete, a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Dr. HFY nodded solemnly. This is the right path. If we wish for a future of collaboration and unity, we must invest in the potential of those who walk it with us. Lictus folded her wings tightly, her gaze fixed on the hologram. And if they betray this trust? If they turn their newfound strength against us? The Sentinel's orb dimmed slightly, its voice steady. Then the fault will not lie solely with them but with us, for failing to guide with wisdom, for allowing fear to overshadow responsibility, and for neglecting the chance to build trust where it was most needed. To deny them guidance would have been to guarantee their hostility. This way we have a chance to forge something greater. General Tharek's gravelly voice rumbled through the chamber. And if they succeed? If they rise to meet the challenge? Then the galaxy will gain allies like no other. Humanity's strength lies not only in their ingenuity but also in their capacity to learn, adapt, and redefine themselves, proving that their flaws need not define their future. As the Council adjourned, the representatives filed out, their expressions ranging from cautious optimism to lingering skepticism. The Sentinel's orb remained, its light dimmed as it processed the enormity of the decision. Humanity's fate was sealed, but the true outcome remained unwritten. Back on Earth, as the holographic broadcast of the Council's decision reached its leaders, humanity collectively exhaled. The wars and struggles for survival had earned them a place among the stars, and while the path ahead was fraught with challenges, it was a future they could now shape with their own hands. High above the planet, the final pieces of Earth's orbital defenses slid into place. These structures, born of desperation and innovation, now symbolized humanity's resolve to protect not only their world but their role in a galaxy that had chosen guidance over abandonment. The Sentinel's final words lingered in the minds of all. The tipping point has passed, and with it comes a shared burden, to nurture hope and vigilance as humanity charts its course. The choice is made. Now the future is theirs to create, and ours to witness.